From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is a Tropical Weather Update.
Fred Gossage here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center on this Thursday, September 11th, 2025, with the afternoon update of your tropical weather update. And not too much going on. We still have the National Hurricane Center highlighting a 30% chance of tropical development over the next 7 days for a wave that will be rolling off the west coast of Africa the next few days, but not too many signs of organized development in the extended range model data. We'll be watching that closely and seeing how it factors here over the next few days and plays itself out. But there are some inhibiting factors in the Atlantic that may hold things back a pretty good bit. Here is the wave activity in the western part of Africa and rolling off the coast. You see some convection with it. That's often the case, especially when they're on land because of that daytime instability. And then they kind of lose that as they roll off, and then it takes a little while to organize. You know how it works. Notice the milky cloud cover here. That's dust and dry air. That's one of the inhibiting factors that we have. And then as things get out into the central Atlantic, there are still some upper level lows causing some wind shear around. So there are some inhibiting factors. And then larger on the global scale, there are some inhibiting factors as well, such as the global wind circulation not being too favorable for development just right now. That may change later in the month, and also the distribution of the sea surface temperatures, with it being warmer than normal across the northern Atlantic this season, and closer to normal to slightly above normal to the south, has kind of thrown off the instability over the Atlantic and has held things back just a little bit. So we'll see how this plays out, but no drastic signs of a big system coming, at least for the next few days, but we'll watch it carefully. We do have some areas of convection out into the western Atlantic, back into the Gulf. A lot of this is tied to thunderstorm activity, so not expecting a lot of development there. We do have another tropical wave approaching the eastern Caribbean, the Windward and Leeward Islands, but you see it's already starting to get sheared apart from that wind shear we were talking about, so not expecting tropical development there. The next name on the list is Gabrielle. That was not the system that came last week that we were watching. It ran into dry air and fizzled, so we're still waiting on Gabrielle to develop. Next is Humberto, Imelda, Jerry, and if we get to Karen, we're going to hold on. You know how that works. We had the peak of the Atlantic hurricane season, statistically speaking, yesterday. So historically, this is an active time of year. It's not unheard of to not have any systems this time of year, but it's not all that usual. It doesn't happen all that often either. We usually stay pretty active through the rest of September, the 1st of October, before we end the season at the end of November. We'll be watching things very carefully. Our next regularly scheduled tropical weather update comes tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Central Time with meteorologist Kelly Rawson.